Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Madden 2002. I know a lot of you thought, maybe he won't continue. Maybe he'll stop playing after being destroyed by the Philadelphia Eagles by the score of, I believe, 35-0 last week. Possibly fewer. Maybe I did score points. I don't remember. But the thing you should know is that I don't remember, and that is the reason you should be happy, because I've already put that loss out of my mind as we continue down to Landover, Maryland. Their quarterback's Jeff George. If you remember the last game against Washington, we lost in overtime on a safety at home. Currently our record is 4-3, which isn't good. Well, I mean, it's not terrible, not bad, certainly. Not great, though. I would have rather been at, 5-2. Of course, not much I could have done about that last game. This previous game against Washington would have been the game that would have changed that, possibly, potentially. Alright, so here we start out. What was I using? The last thing that really worked, I believe, was the nickel. Jeff George is not a good quarterback. Granted, at the pregame screen it showed them having more stars under quarterback than we did, which I don't believe to be true at all. There we go. That's a good way to get started. Sack Jeff George. First play of the game. That's exactly how you want to start. And so now that we got him pinned back, we just got to stop him from completing any long passes. Don't remember who their running back is. I think Stephen Davis, or not Stephen Davis. Oh shit! And there we go. Well, I thought we were doing pretty well, and apparently not. That's unfortunate. 45 yards already for Jeff George, who I think was in his late 30s by this point. So yeah, I typically stay on the defensive line for plays like this, unless I'm blitzing, in which I will go to the linebacker. Speaking of blitzing, maybe I should blitz. Let's see how that works. I didn't write down any topics for today. Just pretty much forgot to. But I could very easily think of some going on in the sports world today. As not a huge baseball fan, but still somebody who enjoys the game, I am intrigued by my hometown Royals getting their, they've moved into first place now, which is pretty good. I'm glad about that. And, I mean, obviously I'm glad about that. I wouldn't be disappointed with first place. Boom! There you go. Who's that, Carter? I have no idea who Carter is. So, here we go. I will go ahead and, I guess they'll go for the field goal, I assume. Yep, looks like it. So I don't really know what to do now. Just wait and see if I can block it. You never really get field goals blocked in this game. Oh, that's impressive. And no, looks like he was a little bit too short. I thought that was going in at first, but I guess not. So that ends up being better for all of us. And now, the Los Angeles Life take over. So the first thing I want to do in this game is I want to get Tiki Barber started, and I want to get him running the ball. If I can't be successful running the ball, that'll be a big disappointment. So, okay, get to the outside. There we go. Couldn't really get anything up the middle, but I got out. Gained about 8 yards, 7 yards. That's good. That's good. If I can get Greg Camella going, which I typically can't, I'm probably going to regret handing it to him immediately as he grabs the ball. And, well, I wasn't too wrong. 1 yard. Not bad. 2 yards. Okay. So now here's the question. Do I want to hand it off or do I want to throw? Oh, they're going to challenge the spot of the ball. I don't know if that means... I don't know exactly what that means. That would mean, if it's a challenge, that would mean Washington did it. Because if it was the booth review, I mean, I know I didn't challenge it, so if it were a booth review, it'd be like, was it first down or not? Overturned. So wait, I don't understand what happened. So basically nothing changed. Because it was still 3rd and 1, if I remember correctly. Unless I missed something, it didn't change to 1st and 10. So, and it didn't end up mattering anyway. So if they need to challenge a play later on, well, maybe they can't. Granted, that's probably the first time I've ever seen an opposing team challenge a play. I know I haven't. I didn't even know you could challenge plays in Madden 2002. Oh, and there we go. So I'm going to see if I can hurry up. Forget what formation I was in. Okay, yeah, this is the same formation. So I'm going to see if I can hit, I guess, Hillard on the screen. Hey, there we go. There we go. And that, I didn't think that would work. That's probably the first time a wide receiver screen has worked in a Madden game prior to the Xbox for me. So hey, you know, law of averages states that it would have to work at some point. Because I've had halfback screens work, and I've always had halfback screens work, but when it goes to the wide receiver, you know, it's just that requires a level of spacing and a level of like I don't know, the ability to quickly cut up field as a wide receiver is really the value in a wide receiver screen. And games like this, you know, you catch it on the run, or you basically stop, and you're going to get tackled unless you have a ton of space. And so that was about as well as it could have worked, and that was about as well as that could have worked. Threw it into single coverage and hit him right on the nose. That was good. Wow, Mike Vick, the rookie out of Virginia Tech, coming in clutch. It is still yet to be seen. I mean, it'll take until the end of the season, effectively, to know really whether or not the Mike Vick trade was successful, if we would have been better with Michael Vick or Kerry Collins. Who really knows? I am, you know, personally, it's only 2 weeks in after 1 victory and 1 loss. 1 victory that was definitely spurned by Mike Vick's, you know, arm strength and throwing ability, his accuracy, and then the next one, which was pretty much just Tiki fumbled, and suddenly we're down 14, and then suddenly we're down 21, and 24, and 31, and it was just like, oh God, get us out of this mess. But here we are in this game, and we are up to begin, 7-0. Not a bad way to start, not a bad way to start at all. I'll be blitzing here, McDaniel. That was weird. It was like he was going to go in motion there for a second. That was almost intercepted by that linebacker. Fortunately, it was a completion for a first down. Can't win them all. Speaking of can't win them all, I was very surprised to see that the Memphis Grizzlies pulled out that win last night over the Golden State Warriors. This will be timely for this video, because, well, I should probably get my predictions for tonight out before the next video, because they will be incorrect, you know, either correct or incorrect by the time the second video of the series comes out. So tonight would be Chicago and Cleveland again, and then I think... Is it? No, it'd be the Western Conference series, right? Los Angeles and Houston. I think, first of all, oh, damn. I'm right in the backfield. That's good. I think, personally, that with the injury to Kevin Love and with the suspension, especially to J.R. Smith, because J.R., I mean, they are less sound outside than they are inside. Because, I mean, even without Kevin Love, they still have Timothy Mozgov. I can say his last name, I don't know his first name that well. And I think he can still, and they still got Tristan Thompson inside, who's, you know, still very good. Iman Shumpert is good in the backfield, or in the backcourt, Matthew Dellavedova is alright, but I would still, you know, it still hurts him more not to have J.R. Smith, at least in my opinion, than Kevin Love, because that's harder to make up for. And with Jimmy Butler on the other side at the same position, you're really lacking in a way to kind of counter to a guy like Jimmy Butler. So I think first of all, I believe Cleveland will get the victory tonight. I think LeBron is just too good of a player to let his team go down 2-0 at home. However, if they don't, I think the series is effectively over. Unless they can get something crazy going in Chicago, which I just genuinely don't think they can do. Because that home court, the United Center, when it gets loud, it gets really loud. And that can be really disruptive. I think it's one of the... there are a lot of home court advantages in the league. Oh, good, that went out of bounds. That was the value, again, of Michael Vick. I talked a lot about the value of him in the first video I had with him, that he could get outside. Alright, where do I want to go? I kind of want to have a go with somebody. Because if they can just get past the secondary, so I'm going to see if I can get Jervicius and just hit him. And no, it's not going to happen. Alright, so the pocket broke down, but again, Mike Vick. Mike Vick, oh shit, he just outran those guys. There we go. That is how you do it. That was like 24 yards. I'm going to go to the fullback here. See if he can get anything done. Great, maybe I should just keep going to the air, though. Or keep, you know, saying I'm going to go to the air and then scrambling when it doesn't. Ah, okay, well that play didn't work. Oh, what was I talking about? Anyway. Who is this thing? Cleveland needs to win tonight if they want to have a chance. I mean, that's pretty obvious. When you're down 1-0 and you're the favored team, obviously you need to fix that. But I think for Cleveland, it's a much more dire situation than, say, for Houston, because, you know, one of its best players is injured, and oh shit, I knew that was bad from the second it left my hand, or not my virtual hand, Mike Vick's hand. So here we are, 3rd and 13. I wonder if they're prepared for me to just kind of drop a bomb on them. Okay, so we'll see if we can lead somebody inside with Toomer there and see if we can just get Hilliard to beat his man on the right. Here we go. Yeah, you gotta step on him. Now that's overthrown. Damn. So I dove with it, I think. If I had just been a little bit closer, that would have definitely been a touchdown, or maybe if not a touchdown, at least inside. They didn't see where it landed, at least inside the 5-yard line. Now from the 40, since our kicker is so abhorrent, we kind of need to punt, and our punter's not that good either. So I'm just gonna aim for the corner. Hope it works. All right, we got one. We got the. Oh, okay, that's not bad at all. If I can get a guy down there, and oh, come on, somebody go get to it. Just dove for it. LeBlanc. Oh, whoa. Okay. That is right on the goal line. And that is how you do it. Can I blitz like... Can I rush like 7? Or 6 at least? More than 5? I don't know. Okay, well... That's unfortunate. Guess we're going in the 4-3. Cover 2 or whatever. I guess we're rushing 4. See how that works. Dude, we can get a safety here. We are golden. There we go. Oh, God. I trucked him in the backfield. Like that. I shouldn't be this disappointed, but it was right there. It was right in our hands. Who was that line? Was that Short? I forget who that was. Okay, so we still got inside. He's not even that good. Who's that? I'm gonna look up his name if you don't mind. If you do mind, leave me a comment and tell me why are you doing this. It has to be stats and info, right? Yeah, okay. Rushing. Oh, that's just embarrassing. We couldn't bring Kajana Carter. That's going to be the one guy in history who didn't bring Kajana Carter down in the backfield. If you're Kajana Carter and you're out there watching, I'm sorry. But man, did somebody spend... I have a friend who's a Bengals fan, so I feel for him. Granted, he was like a child, a baby when Kajana Carter was drafted. So. Anyway, playoffs. San Antonio and not San Antonio. Oh man, Houston and Los Angeles. That series would be crazy if LA wins tonight. And again, I highly doubt that they will, because you can't lose at home twice in a row when the other team's either best or second best, depending on your opinion of Blake Griffin and your opinion of Chris Paul, of course. Player is out when Jamal Crawford is leading the point. Well, when Blake Griffin is leading the point for the other team, you can't pull when you're supposed to be the number 2 team in the conference. And you can't pull that off when this team that is really successful because they picked up that point guard. The point guard who effectively created the first successful team in their history. I mean, like, outside of, what, 2006, when it was like Elton Brand and Corey Maggette and... yeah, oh, wow, that was close. Again, the defense is working well. They've just gotten a lot of bounces that have worked for him today. But, hey, we're starting out strong, and we are moving the ball on offense. We are stopping them from moving the ball on defense. Everything is looking good. This team, the 2002, the 2002 Giants, or this would have been 2001, sorry. In like NFL 2K2 and in Madden, the Giants are always worse at 51 yards. Good job, Brian Barker, than Washington is, and I don't know why. Like in this game in 2K2, and I mean, I haven't played like Quarterback Club or anything like that, but for the 2 games I've played, it's always Washington being better than New York and Philadelphia at the end of the season. But I don't know what is even good about Washington in this season. Like, they were bad. They were really bad. I mean, they fired their coach after this year. If I remember correctly, they fired their coach and picked up Steve Spurrier. One of the worst seasons, probably the worst 2-season span of any college football coach who went to the NFL. Because even Nick Saban with the, well, I mean, outside of like Lou Holtz with the Jets in the late 70s, but even when Nick Saban went to Miami in like 2000, and that was really good blocking. In like 2008, 2007, around then, they weren't, like, they had some promise at the beginning of the second season. It was just when we actually got to that second season and saw how he ran his team, we figured out, like, oh, this guy's really bad. Okay, juke him out. Oh, we don't even have to juke that guy out. There we go. This is mad. Is that Joe Gibbs? I wonder if that is Joe Gibbs. I doubt it. Because he wasn't their coach. I mean, he was their coach in the 80s and early 90s. I feel like there was somebody else. And then he later became their coach again in 2004, after the Spurrier mishap. Joe Gibbs, if you're a big, that was a good catch by Carmelo there. I have to compliment him every time he makes a play, because I was so convinced he would never make a play in the early weeks of the season. 52 yards passing, not bad. 3 for 5. You know, the ones we missed were overthrown or, you know, dropped. That was bad. They just saw that one coming. Maybe I should throw here. Audible arrow button. See what that does. That's the screen that we kept doing. I'll probably go. See if cross will go. Okay, I guess not. Yeah, I will throw it across though. And he makes the catch, and does he get the first down? Yes. Excellent. So we're kind of running out of time. I didn't really notice that. Just rolling through this. like I do everything else in my life. Just let it come to me, man. Just let it go. See what happens, you know? Sometimes you're successful, sometimes you aren't. You can't dwell on the little things. Like time. Time is irrelevant, time's a myth. And I'm just going to throw it across my body and see how... Wow, that almost worked. 1 yard line. And I don't know if the clock is going to start because I couldn't see if he quite got out of bounds or not. So I'm going to go ahead and very quickly throw a pass. Because it shouldn't take 6 seconds to, just kind of chuck one in there. And I want to get a 2-touchdown lead going in halftime because I will get the ball back. There we go. Okay, I was like, you better not stiff me that touchdown. And there we go. We got a 2-touchdown lead heading into halftime. Mike Vick looking like the rookie of the year that he wasn't because he didn't start his rookie year. Fun Mike Vick fact. So anyway, to finish off the first video in this 2-day video series as I typically do, tonight I got Cleveland beating Chicago, even though I got Chicago overall winning the series, and then I got Houston coming out over Los Angeles, because I mean you cannot look the way that Houston did in that first game and not be entirely, like, I have no idea how LA won that game. Chris Paul, did they say Chris Paul would be back? I don't know. If he is, maybe it'll be a little bit different. I know Mike Conley came back for the Memphis Grizzlies, so that's very lucky for them. I thought Tony Allen was making great plays on defense. There was a play where I think it was Steph Curry was shooting the ball, and he just shielded his eyes because he couldn't get to the ball. And I was like, well, that was smart. Alright, so here we are at halftime, leading 14-0. Let's see how I can blow